What's going on, my Fly Happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. ESPN has discussed that the Aces might have some more moves up their sleeves, man. We're about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit 17.6, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. My bad about my light. I didn't have time to go buy a new one today. I will buy a new one tomorrow, so just be patient with me, okay?
All-star Jewell Loyd to the Las Vegas Aces in a multi-team move that sends three-time All-Star Kelsey Plum to the Sparks. This was the first trade in the league history involving multiple #1 picks here. As we check in more with WNBA today, the trade in totality, it looks a little something like this, right? Jewell Loyd in the 13th pick in the 2025 draft, they go to Las Vegas. Kelsey Plum heads to LA with the 9th overall pick. The Storm, they receive a pair of firsts, including a 2nd overall pick in the 2025 draft. So Ramona, you were one of our reporters who broke this story last night. How did this deal come to you?
Now, this was a long time coming because Jewell Loyd had requested a trade from Seattle after there had been allegations of harassment. They had an independent investigation. It didn't confirm that, but clearly both sides realized that they needed to move on from each other. Kelsey Plum was a free agent, but they put the core designation on her. She wanted to leave, and so there was a match here. The question is, how did Kelsey end up in L.A.? How did Plum end up in L.A.?
Yeah.
And I think for the Sparks, that's an interesting question because they had the #2 pick in this draft. They have this young core with Cameron Brink, and you can continue to build through the draft. But for the Sparks to be able to open up this new practice facility, they're going to make a significant investment in it. From what I'm told, it's going to be announced fairly soon. They're trying to level up, and they kind of see things as reuniting Plum with Erica Hamby. And then you look at Seattle. They may not be done yet. That #2 pick, Olivia Miles, very good player, but they might not be done yet because Paige Beckers is out there. We all expect her to be the #1 pick, but do the Storm have enough to maybe entice Dallas to make a trade for Paige Beckers? For Vegas, you bring in Jewell Loyd with Chelsea Gray and A'ja Wilson, the people who've played together on the Olympic team. That's a new super team in Vegas. And they may not be done yet either. They've already been talking to Brittany Griner. Yeah. They need another big to pair with A'ja Wilson. They may not be. The WNBA free agency just getting started, and this was the move everyone was waiting for to happen for the rest of free agency to open up.
Right now, it feels like the dominoes are going to start to fall. I love what you said earlier today. This story is not over
not at all
yet. We will be following it closely. But get this, the sports books, they have taken notice. The Storm dropped from 14-4 to 50-1 to win the WNBA title. The Aces, they shortened from +400 to +275. And then you see the Aces jump the Lynx to become the second favorites to win the title, all according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
Now, one thing is, when you're talking about that young core for the Sparks, you have to bring up Rakia Jackson, man. Put some respect on that woman's name. But no, you know, she was saying like there's a super team right now for the Vegas. I don't feel like they're a super team, man. I'm just going to keep it a grand. I don't feel like they're a super team. I feel like they can still be beaten. You know, I don't really fear Jewell Loyd being on the Aces. I don't know. I don't fear it. You know, I don't feel like it's something that people should be like, oh, my goodness, this is such a team. I don't feel it. If they are able to add another good big to the Aces, I don't know, man. I don't know. That might be dangerous. I'm not going to hold you. Now, they're saying Brittany Griner. I feel like Brittany Griner is getting up there in age. I don't know if she's much of a threat. I feel like I said, man, I understand Brittany Griner is one of the tallest bigs in the league. But it's just so many moments where I'm like, Brittany, you couldn't get that rebound. Brittany, you only gave me 6 rebounds, 9 rebounds in this game. Brittany, you couldn't make that block. Like, I find myself saying that a lot about Brittany. So I don't feel like Brittany Griner would be a great addition. Maybe a helpful addition, but I don't know about great. I just don't think Brittany Griner is like oh my goodness, they're really going to win it. I think they had them too high on that list of winning the championship. I don't think they're better than the Lynx. Like, you got to remember, they still have to jail, you know? They still have to jail. It's not like they went overseas and Jewell Loyd and A'ja Wilson and Brittany Griner was just killing it with each other. You know, we saw the point guards struggle, right? They struggled their butts off. especially Jewel Lloyd. She went over there and struggled. So, yeah, man, you got to pipe down a little bit with that. I don't think out of the gate they're going to be better than the Lynx. The Lynx are still together. They're a core team that's still together that just went to the championship last season. This is a little disrespectful. I'm not going to hold you. Speaking of the Sparks, just, kind of tagging on to what I said the other day, I like how the Sparks look more than the Aces. I like how they look. Yeah, you got the MVP and all that good stuff on the Aces, but the Aces lost a really good core piece with Kelsey Plum, fam. She was a huge piece to them. And Jewel is not going to fulfill that role like Kelsey Plum. I don't feel like it. I feel like Kelsey Plum is a huge piece to lose, and for the Sparks to get her, that's a huge W. Some people was asking me about Kia Nurse. Look, I think she's a good player, okay? I don't really like her driving game, though. I don't like her driving game like that. It's okay, but I would rather her do the spot-up shooting. That's what I like to see her do. I like her to do the spot-up shooting for the offense. I think she's a good shooter. I like her form a lot. But, yeah, Odyssey, man. I just see Odyssey being a great backup. Like, their bench is really nice. You feel me? I like how they look. I think give them a year or two. Maybe just a year. Give them a year. And I think they'll be a very competent team. I'm interested to see how well it works. But if I had to make a prediction of how far they make it, I'd give them first round, bro. I give them first round, and that's about it. That's about it, man. Because I think they have gotten worse than better. Now, if they add a competent big to help out Asia, okay, maybe they are a little better than last year. Although I have my concerns about Brittany Griner, I think they could make good use of her and give Asia a break on some of the plays and things like that. So they could probably make good use of her, but I still don't see the team as better than the Liberty, better than the Lynx. I don't see it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about what ESPN said. Do y'all think them adding Brittany Griner to the Aces would be a great move? Would that make them a championship type of team? Or do y'all think the Sparks are coming out on top of this trade, even with what Seattle has obtained after this trade, man? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.